What is up, y'all? We are back again. Who would have thought it? For those of you guys who watched my last video, I did a quick little kind of one-day run-through on just why you should do leagues. Sound quality was awful. I thought we were recording through my mic, and turned out while we were recording that whole thing, it was just going through my laptop. So sorry about that. That was the issues there, but didn't really realize it until after it went live, and at that point, you just kind of let it be. But yeah, we are absolutely loving leagues here. As you can see, we are spending some time mining some adamant, really trying to work on getting some better armor. And I thought instead of just going crazy, why not just do this AFK during the day? Try to get ourselves up to some full rune eventually. But yeah, you guys can take a quick look at where we are starting out this week. We are up to 93 mining here, 72 smithing. Got a little bit of magic done last night, and we are just slowly growing this account here. Again, I think we're going to stick again with doing this Bluetooth Halley build. I think I might have put some pack points in where I probably shouldn't have right off the rip. Probably should have started off with like Ranger Mage if I were smart. But that's okay. I don't want to reset. I want to just power through and figure it out, because I think that's going to be half the fun. Also, nice little honorable mention for those of you guys who did watch that video. I mentioned how Foe had put up, or Fox had put up his what's that thing called? Guide. RuneLite actually has gone ahead and put these things in here. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom on the right, he's got his early leagues guide right up here. You can click on it, I guess, and it tells you everything you need. I saw this pop up, and you just have to check through everything. I tried looking at it earlier and I clicked off a whole bunch of them, but it looks like it's back to being unchecked. So it's not perfect, but for those of you guys who are nerd logging, this is going to give you a nice kind of little drive through or whatever to at least give you a checkbox and make you feel better about what it is. But yeah, like, I think we're somewhere, we might be, where are we at? Yeah, we're down here at this point. We've done all that, done the Ice Fiends. Oh, we're doing agility jumps here. That's kind of where we are. So we're getting towards the bottom of this, and then we'll be on their Camtorum guide, and then we'll pretty much be done with all that stuff. But yeah, anyways, can't wait to see what else we get up to tonight. We'll do kind of a shorter week here, since we already put out that one little kind of day one run through, and keep with coming out with these Tuesday videos. So we'll see what all we can get to. Also, if you guys were there for or trying to look for that live stream, was in a hotel. Turns out we didn't have enough internet to do any of that kind of garbage, so I apologize. We'll probably keep sticking to these things anyways. I just kind of like this format a little bit better, but one day, maybe when we get on our main again and we're doing some of the big heavy bossing, we can jump into some live streams and go from there. Let me know if that's something that you guys actually think about watching ever. I'm kind of boring anyways half the time. But yeah, here we go. Let's get into it this week and see what all we can accomplish with our first week of leagues coming under the belt this time. Alrighty, we just got ourselves another level there. That is level 73 in the smithing. I did turn off all my little notifications, so that way while the AFK timer was going, he wouldn't stop. But we also got up to where we had 50 of these adamant rocks, and we can now get our next relic. So I was going back and forth between if I wanted conniving clues or transmute. And then I told myself I was going to do like larcenist and then go reload into soul harvest. I think I've changed my mind again. I'm still going back and forth, but we're going to reload into one of these two. I don't really care about flow state. I think I want to start with transmute now. I don't know. I think conniving clues might get us further. I think I want to start with transmute now, because that'll get us magic experience while we're running around and while we're AFKing. I think that'll be better for the AFK. Work our way up, then clue down. We're going to do it before I change my mind. Alright, transmute. This gives us the alchemical spell, transmute items, spells, bank noted products. That's cool. And then this is basically like what Golden God was. But here you go. Here's your list of items. You got hides, runes, ashes, gems, compost, all your seeds, logs, mining, gems, I guess is what that means. Oh, bones. I didn't know you could do that. And then raw fish. And then you just work your way up. Your tree from the league's tutor. Alright, so I think I'm going to need to... Oh, there's a passive effect. Items from eligible 5 times as common. Minigame points received are boosted by 8 times. Okay, so this is how we're going to get to that 8 time. Confirm. I think we got to be at a bank. Yeah. All right, let's go teleport up to the bank here because we are done doing a little bit of mining for now that we're off work. We'll go run up into the bank real quick. Also, I'm kind of curious how much of this stuff we have stacked up here. 2,400 steel, 1,090 mithril. Let's throw up the 180 adamant up here. I'm trying to start adding some semblance of a structure to my bank here without wasting time. The other thing we did a lot of today was calcified blessed bone shards. 37,000 blessed bone shards. That should help out a lot with getting some of that prayer experience. But all that to be said, let's come over here real quick and let's go relics. And let's go transmute and select. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. There we go. You received the transmutation ledger. Does that mean we have to read it? What? Upgrades to 10 resources at a time into higher tier. Downgrades. Okay, cool. So it just does that. And it only takes nature runes. That's not bad. Alright, cool. There we go. Easy. That was anticlimactic. Oh, wait, there's more. I just realized it does not take nature runes. That's what the little star is right there for. So if you're actually holding onto the ledger, that is unlimited. If you don't, then it takes nature runes. So if you're going to use this spell, make sure you just keep that up there. We're going to go ahead and slap those down there. We'll go here. And we're going to lock this. I also realized... Deposit lock settings. I thought, yeah, show right click options. I've been wondering why I haven't been able to do that. But yeah, we'll lock those things there now. And we'll be good to go, dude. Alright, here we go. Coming up with the devil's number on steps there. Boom, boom, boom. Jump on enough. Alright, so we are working a little bit on Slayer right now. Wanted to try to get this up to level 55 so we could upgrade our leaf-bladed spear here. It's a boost. It's a boost. So that's what we want to do. Try to keep working on getting this double build here and try to get the melee started going. But we do have lesser demons, so they have a water weakness, so it's easy enough to kind of start shooting these. But that being said, now that I have transmute, I wanted to make sure that I was trying to upgrade stuff, so I was working on my logs here. And then I realized, dude, we can transmute the runes, chaos, and I was thinking, dude, we'd go chaos straight into death, straight into wrath. Wrong. If you guys have already done this, you know already, but that is not the way this works. So I was very confused, but I can see it here now. Chaos goes into natures, then your natures will go into your cosmics, then laws, then death runes. So there's going to be a little bit of a process, but it's something that we can just do throughout the days and slowly get them up there. And then we'll constantly be getting magic experience. As you guys can see here, I'm already level 80 magic, so once we start really getting up there, it won't be too bad. And honestly, I could probably buy the blood runes at some point, I guess, and then upgrade them into soul runes and then into wrath runes. But there are steps there that you have to take. Kind of a pain in the butt, but not the end of the world. It's just more magic experience at the end of the day, I guess. Alrighty, our lucky butts got the next the next Slayer test, sorry, is gonna be jellies. And as far as I can tell, the only place you can get jellies is gonna be in the Moxie tombs, I think. And so what that means is that we have to get up to level 48 thieving, so that way we can do the Heart of Darkness. Yeah, 48 thieving, so we can do the Heart of Darkness, complete that quest, so that way we have access to Moxie as well as that whole Slayer cave. But yeah, man, I was kind of hoping to save the thieving grind for when we got the thieving relic, but here we go. That's all it was. We're done. 48 thieving. Let's go over and do this next quest here, and hopefully we're not gonna get just smacked. Alright, we finally got another pact. I don't even know what we did, but we decided let's go a little bit on the mage route. So I'm going to start building out range, building out mage a little bit to the powered staffs here. And I think that'll help us when we get out to Prifindus, or however you freaking say it. But yeah, slowly but surely, 81 prayer now. I needed something to help me out with those boss fights over there. So knock that out. We'll probably stop there. I think I'm going to go do a little more combat training before we carry on and just try to get those stats up some too, just to make the quest easier. Well, we are set up here at Huey. So one of the tasks that we want to get done is make sure we knock out one Huey kill, and then that should give us a demonic pack. So if you guys don't know, just find one of the busiest worlds you can in leagues, and then you should be able to get yourself set up. I'm assuming eventually they're going to make like some specific Huey worlds, because it's loaded, man. It was hard to find space in this world. Just kind of hopped in, but yeah, definitely get over here. A ton of things unlocked, man. But ooh, 2 tap for the key too, so that'll help out later on. But yeah, there we go. Defeat Huey 1 time, and then I think that should be what gives us the pack points. So that way we can add another one in and kind of keep building up our tree here. Yeah, here we go. So we'll just slap that over there, and then that kind of should help build up that tree there for us. Well, we got another pack point acquired here, so let's pop this open here real quick and go ahead and smack that in. I guess our next one is 15% accuracy, 50% accuracy. I guess we're going with 15% accuracy. Who would have thought? Another pack point can be got from over here, so we have come down into Morek, or however you say it. And thanks to our super elongated little sulfur blades here, we can smack this guy from a mile away and then whack him with a freaking spear. This is why we love leagues. So die, please. There we go. Defeat Azar. I need to actually drop anything. That's some crap. That's okay. We're only here for the pack point. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. Let's see here. Whenever you attack enemy 2 tiles away, you store 2% special energy. I don't think we need that. We're going to go with 35% there. Next big milestone. We have been camping it out here today. Just running agility laps. And so we are getting ourselves the Pirate's Hook. This does not get us a pack point, but for those of you guys who have Hotfoot, you don't ever fail. So you just have to equip that. Look how clean that thing looks. And right there, that should be, I think it's like a crap ton of points. Yeah, there you go. So, and then the rest of this we can use for agility tokens. We'll throw all those in there. And 207,000 plus 103,000 agility experience. That threw us straight up to 76, dude. We've gone back to running through Foe's little guide here, just so we can get things unlocked. And it really is super helpful. But what we have done is we can now choose between Nature's Accord and Larcenist. I think I'm going to, I don't know. We'll look at everything back later. I think Nature's Accord, honestly, is like going to be super helpful. But Larcenist is just going to be so AFK. I think there's so much more that we can get from Larcenist in the long run. It's going to help solve our money issues since we didn't do that early on. And then you get that league multiplier. So I think we're going to stick with Larcenist, and then we'll figure out what we do for farming later on. They really do make this hard. Maybe we just reload into Nature's Accord, or maybe we reload into Butler's Bell now. I don't know. I keep going back and forth, man. Why they got to make this so daggum difficult? Now, while you are running through your quest here to get down to Moxie, don't forget you want to make sure you just swing by here and smack a couple of these. I think there's 10 of them we have to kill. And then once you get those 10 in, you can keep moving on. But you're not going to come back this way in the future, so you might as well kill them now. There we go. Complete the gauntlet. Done. Now we can go straight into doing Corrupt Gauntlet once we check on our little box over here. Yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So let's go see what we get from our loot real fast. Anything? Nope. Let's go run straight back. And now we're going to go to Corrupted Gauntlet. So, hello, my old friend. I didn't really think about being back here again. Well, we are almost about to beat our first one here. It is, it's not any faster. I'm double guessing choosing this place. You know, it's kind of, we were done here. Oh gosh, that's what I get for talking and playing. Let's see here. Yeah, dude, we thought we were finished, and nothing here is actually helping. And I think it doesn't help because I haven't done Royal Titans, or I don't have access to Royal Titans. So yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna run this out. I haven't looked to see what the Echo version of this thing is going to be yet, so that could be a heck of a lot of fun, you know what I mean? So, stick around, find out, see how awful our adventures go here over and over again. Dude, would this guy just die already? Alright, there we go. See? Sometimes you just have to ask nicely. Oh boy, there we go. Complete the corrupt gauntlet words. Did we get anything? Yeah, we do. We got ourselves an armor shield seed. If it's going to go like that every time, bro, this may be a very, very fast word. Grind. That was the word. You guessed it. You just won yourself time to play RuneScape. Hop on. Here we go. Look at that. Somebody just reached tier level 8 in the clan. Way to go, man. And an attack level 90 and mithril rank. Holy cow. These boys are killing it. But we are starting back again here today. Looks like there's a new update where we now get one free pact reset, which is awesome. But also, because we have gone in and done one corrupt gauntlet now, we get another pact point. So I was trying to figure out what we want to do here. I think we want to keep building out this direction, but at the same time, part of me is like, do we also start going out this direction for mage for while we're inside of CG? Yeah. I don't know, because I don't think we're going to really get there fast enough for that. Thinking maybe we go here, but at the same time, dude, I kind of want to keep running up this direction, and maybe we just melee in CG. I've never really done melee in CG, but we'll have a little more. We have more range. I think that's a two-handed weapon that we do. Never done it. Yeah, but we also have a reset where we could just go all the way up that way. I don't know. I've actually been going back and forth in my head on how I want to do this, because I'm like, what if I do want to switch it up and not do the blind bag build, and do something that's going to be a little more AFK? Because honestly, I was talking to my brother, and really my whole playstyle has been AFK so far. So what if that's what I want to do? I don't know. But we're going to try to do this. I'm taking a little bit of a break from Corrupt Gauntlet because I couldn't do that with the family and having to get in there. I got all the way through and had him down 75%, and then my son woke up screaming sick, and so I had to literally just let myself die and go get it. So I was like, all right, pause on CG. Let's get to the hotel later, and then we'll be able to get it. So we will go back to CG, but I wanted to get ready for a Moxie, so I was like, I need prayer potions because I don't want to run back and forth. It freaking sucks. But yeah, I think part of me wants to go ahead and just make my way up that direction, but blind bag really doesn't help in CG. And I think this will help. I just don't know if these work inside CG. What is this? It's 2 tiles away with the ancient ally restored 2% special attack energy. That doesn't do me any good. 15% accuracy. Man, I really don't know. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. We're trying to have fun with this. This is the tough part of the whole thing, man. I think ranged echo, that's cool. I think we do the melee damage. I think that's the route we want to take here. What is this thing? I like the idea of having like crazy range too. Do any of these extend my distance out? I don't think any of these extend my distance out. Yeah, I have no clue how this stuff works, man. Here's the part about blind bagging. This. Whenever you attack from at least 2 tiles away with any style, you're stored 2%. See, it's just stupid, but we're trying to get up there. Oh, let's do it. I should have done that. Alright. Whatever. What we're going to do here. I was doing a lot of, not AFK, but just mobile hunter. We got all the way up to 74. That's just doing 10 things. But what I want to do is I want to get 75 so that way I can make Moonlight Moss. Motherfricker, I need a knife. We got to go up here. But I want to be able to make Moonlight Moth mixes so that way we don't have to run back and forth. So we're going to knock this out real quick and then head back over to Moxie. Thanks for listening to my rant. Alright, here we go. Going into the Tomatlis here to go fight him. And now we have blind bag. working it with the dragon, which is nice, but we also had the moonlight moss, so this should make this a whole lot easier. Now, I've been told, and by told I mean just from all the stupid videos I've been watching, like, this guy sucks in the corrupted form, or whatever it's called, you know what I mean. So we may try that, but just to get the thing so that way we can go fight moons and get better gear and stuff later on. I don't know. I'm also deciding if we switch up just for CG kind of purposes or whatever. I don't know that either. Oh, so many choices, dude. You know what I mean? You gotta try to figure all this out. So, I don't know. We're gonna play it by ear. See what we can come up with. All these updates kind of bode nicely for me, I guess. I thought I saw something where he's gonna be easier. I don't know. Let's see. He's pretty easy as it is. Like, I haven't done the orb phase, however that goes, but I don't know. The Nagwa negotiation. I don't know what that is, but we got ourselves a pendant of 8s now. That's one of the things we want. So let's see here. Get those. I mean, I guess. What the heck? I guess now we're gonna eat that anyways. Grab my dang pendant of 8s. Oh, and now we're already taking damage on that. This is what I was just thinking this thing responds too slowly, and now I'm eating my words, man. Chemo Makti. I don't know what that means, dude. Is that what is that? You task. Oh, 10 times without leaving the chamber. That's cool. Oh my gosh, this thing is slow. I don't know if we're gonna do it. If everybody says these new MacLeods or whatever aren't worth it, like, we might not just stay here. 16 KC. It's not that many KC, but this is just dumb. There's Moxie Adept. Bless Bone Shards. That we can drop some stuff. Oh yeah, I guess we're not smashing vials anytime soon over here. I guess we could just drop the stupid butterfly jars. They're not hard to get. They're literally right next to wherever we need to go. It would clear up some space, but we're not really taking damage here anymore, which is kind of nice. Kind of nice. We shouldn't be taking this as an easy boss. He's got a lot of life for what he is. Have I mentioned that yet? A lot of life. Super stupid. Here we go. So let's run up north here. Open our chest up. And that is a task. 250 Sunfire Splinters. Nature Runes. Those are useless. Useless, dude. Okay, whatever. We got it done. I do like the Sunfire Splinters because we are going to go back to Training Prayer here later on. Try to get that puppy up to 99. Eventually. My goodness, I wish I just had a recording of that, dude. I've just been kind of lackluster doing it. Here's where the beauty of the blind bag comes in. We just blind bagged. There we go. That's going to end it for that run. Oh, another prayer potion. Beautiful. We blind bagged into a blind bag into a blind bag. So basically what that means is that we ended up, oh, I didn't mean to come all over here. That's fine. We ended up using our little tomatlis, and then they ended up slapping over into the longsword, which slapped into the pickaxe, which slapped back to the longsword, and then back into the pickaxe again, and then immediately got to attack with the tomatlis again, and then go back into a longsword. Like, that's how you rapidly add up damage with this build. Now, do I want to keep this in the long term? Still highly debating getting rid of it in the long term, but that was kind of the fun that I wanted to see out of this, and if I could have better blind bag items, that would be even better. We're not there yet, but that's why people choose this build, man. That was really cool to see. I wish I had recorded that for you guys. Here we go. First time ever taking on an Echo boss. I don't know what to expect here. I just know everybody says you attack, then move. Oh, gosh, dude. Yeah, attack, then move. I think that's all it is. Oh, golly, have mercy, dude. Let's just eat something real quick. Nope. We don't know what we're doing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Holy freaking cow, we just got annihilated. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. Holy freaking cow. Dang it, and we gotta run back over there because it dropped my 8s as well. Oh, gosh. That was brutal. Alright, apparently everything I've been recording for the last while is not for naught, basically. So, F me. This has happened so many times this week where I've been recording and I look down and it's like locked on recording. But, just to give you guys a quick little catch up, we reset all of our packs. We're going for a max bow build here, so that way we can get ourselves squared away for when we are running Corrupt Gauntlet here. We've tried fighting Echo Amoxyodal. That blows chunks and we've died every time. You missed out on some great live action of me screaming my head off as I couldn't figure out what was going wrong. Yeah, and here we are. So we're about to go take on Corrupt Gauntlet again. I can't believe we're back. But let's knock this out. I think they said only 15 KC to get the orb, and then we get to figure out how to do the Echo version of that. Hopefully it's not anywhere close to as awful as Amoxyodal was. There we go, as we keep going on. Gauntlet Veteran. That is another task. So I think it's like 200 points per task that we get here. So we're just going to try and keep completing these things, you know. Might as well. Your big point chunks. So if you see people doing a lot of that, that's why. Because it is a huge kind of chunk they're adding on there. There we go. That's another task completed. The Veteran shortly afterwards. So we've been grinding this out for a little bit now, and I'm starting to feel it, if you will. Definitely don't think we're getting as much boost as we like, and I think a lot of it's just because I'm doing like the grid, if you will, the packs. That's the word. I'm doing those wrong. So, you know, we kind of came into this thing knowing that we were going to be doing this a little bit differently. So, I don't know. They're slower kills. I want to try to find a way to do this better. I think whenever we finally get our reset, we're going to try to do something differently. Because just, this ain't working. But we're doing this old school. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, we're just doing this old school. So it's not the end of the world. As you can see here, we're doing it where, I think it's called the Wolf Puncher, where we just have one perfected weapon and the other one's not even attuned yet or whatever. But yeah, there's something about it. I mean, I do enjoy this, but yeah, I feel like I thought there was going to be a lot more damage coming out of a lot of these packs, and I just haven't felt them yet on anything. And the Gauntlet's just something that's kind of making me think twice about it, because it is such a long prep time and such a long battle that you don't want to be stuck here in a month-long mode, you know what I mean? So, if you're feeling that, let me know. What are some things that you've done in the past as you're learning leaks to kind of correct and make up for that? So the crap in all this, man, is I wanted to get the tier 3. I've never done tier 3, and figure why not right now, because this is the easiest time to get her done. But here, as you can see, I just did this with the Wolf Puncher or whatever, where you only have one tier 1, so I didn't think I was going to need that again. Well, I was slightly short on the crystal shards we needed for an attuned weapon. And then I thought, no worries. We're going to race the clock here. We're going to get the final Dark Beast, whatever you call that freaking thing. And we'll be able to get it. And we did. We got it. We got enough crystal shards to get where we needed to. Actually, it might be a little short anyways. So I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyways. But we ended up getting our bowstring and all that jazz, and within the second we couldn't get back over and finish everything up. So I was like, mother frigger, dude. So here we are. Now we're doing basically the Wolf Puncher all over again, only we're using tier 3 armor. So this all to say to you guys, if you're gonna do the Wolf Puncher, just do tier 3 at the same time, especially if you have endless harvest. It's gonna be the easiest way. You have to have 13 of each type, which sucks. Alright, that's 12 completions done so far, 4 deaths in CG. I was not paying attention there and got comboed out, and I don't want to do CG anymore. I was watching one of the guys, and he's got a really nice mage build in our clan, and I'm gonna copy that, but I think the magic number was too high. Let's see here. Which, by the way, yet again, I forgot to hit record, but we're up to 11 packs now. I knocked out some easy ones. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get there. And then we want prayer penetration, which is what? I think this is it. No. Where did he get prayer penetration, dude? Will regenerate. Did I? That looks like. No? I'm so confused, bro. He was getting prayer penetration somewhere. I'm not sure where, though. Is that what these are? Yeah, that's what those are. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we gotta get out to those things. 6. And then let's see here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which would be nice. That's 12 to start getting stuff. 13. That would get you 30% prayer penetration. And that'd be 14, 15, 16. No, see. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 things maybe. Oh, and then he was coming over here, I think. Yeah, well, yeah. So we got to find 9 more pact points. And like when we look at our tasks here for that, equip a dark bow, can't do that. Get a craft a toxic blowpipe, really not getting there. Can probably work up to getting this one. That's not too bad. We're trying to get that. Let's see here. In Varlamore, we're not going to get any of those. Those are all hard. And then in Karamajah. Where the frick is Karamajah? There we go, at the very top. Just doing the fire cake, which we can do here soon, probably. I'd rather do that cheaply, but... Oh, and then I really think the next thing I'm going to do is Kandarin. I think that's going to be the play. And then there's some easy stuff in Kandarin to get some. So, honestly, all those are pretty easy in Kandarin for that stuff. So, yeah, we're definitely going to do Kandarin next. And then we'll do Mori last, and I think that's what our play is going to be. So, for those of you guys who did Larcenist and you're getting a bunch of these enhanced crystal teleport seeds, what you're doing is you're coming over here to Amrod in this northwest corner. You're going to trade them. And then do that way. And I did want to test it out. You cannot do it with their bank noted. So just make sure you have them set in your inventory. And then you can see how quickly you can just rack those things up and get all your crystal shards. So you no longer have to farm Volcano or anything, which is kind of nice. So yeah, the more you know. There we go. Just obtained 25 million thieving experience trying to get this diamond, dude, but that gives us enough to get our next relic, which gives us, I think, more experience. Oi, there we go. And I think we're gonna go culling spree on this one. No, there's no passive unlocks, but I want the Slayer one. I think this will just help entice us to go do more Slayer. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna keep pushing on because we do want to get. We want to get reloaded, so we got to get enough points there to get reloaded now. And then we're going to reload back into Conniving Clues. It's decided. We're doing it. I think that'll get me to where I want to go faster. So, let's keep rolling. Well, we're going to wrap it up right here. This is the last clip of the week. Sorry this has taken so long, man. Life has been crazy chaos. I've just been tired, to be honest with you. But right there, we've gone ahead. We got ourselves up to level 90 prayer. Ran it out and recharge it so we can get ourselves another demonic pact. And as we're growing out this tree here now with our prayer build that Evo told us about in the guild, we're going to try to get this thing up to prayer penetration so that way when we come back to this, it'll just be a whole nother game for us. So thank you guys for sticking around, man. We're going to try to keep grinding this. I think the play going forward is going to be to switch over and try to unlock more things before we get more into bossing, because I think that's just going to make the boss grind a lot better. So stay tuned next week as we try to keep this thing going, and I will see y'all then. Shoots!